Welcome to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge 101. Everything you need to know about Disney's newest theme park edition.
This video is proudly sponsored by SmallWorldVacations.com, authorized Disney vacation planners. Their team of knowledgeable agents have been creating the magic for over 20 years, and they can book your next trip to Galaxy's Edge. Head to SmallWorldVacations.com for a no-obligation price quote and tell them Skywalking Through Neverland sent you.
Star Wars Galaxy's Edge is set at Black Spire Outpost on the Outer Rim planet of Batuu. This planet is home to smugglers, pirates, rogue traders, bounty hunters, opportunists, and con artists. But now, the First Order has arrived in pursuit of the Resistance.
But what does this all mean? Are you feeling overwhelmed by visiting Galaxy's Edge because you haven't followed each Star Wars film, TV show, video game, novel, and numerous comic book series? Well, don't worry, you don't have to have prior knowledge before you go, but if you would like a little more background to get the most out of your visit, here is a crash course on what you need to know.
When does the story of Galaxy's Edge take place in the Star Wars storyline? This story takes place right in between The Last Jedi and the upcoming The Rise of Skywalker. Now, this is literally decades after the events of Star Wars A New Hope. Therefore, the inhabitants of Batuu may not know who Luke Skywalker or Darth Vader is. However, they may have a vague idea since they may have heard others speaking of them. Even these inhabitants don't know everything.
What is Batuu, and have we seen it before? We have never seen Batuu in films or on TV, as of yet. However, we do see it as the last stop on Star Tours The Adventures Continue attraction, and there are some books such as Thrawn Alliances, Crash of Fate, Black Spire, and many others that use Batuu as a setting. And there's also a Galaxy's Edge comic book series that showcases Dok-Ondar. He is an owner of the shop, Dok-Ondar's Den of Antiquities, and this comic book series also showcases how he amassed such a large collection of rare artifacts.
Batuu is a remote outpost planet on the edge of the galaxy where you will find some disreputable characters. It is also used as a place to stay out of the way of the oppressing First Order. The planet was once covered in towering petrified trees and forests and was a prominent trade post in the time before the invention of hyperspace travel. However, after hyperspace routes became the dominant form of transportation, the planet was bypassed by most travelers and fell into decay.
Black Spire Outpost is the area on Batuu where the story of Galaxy's Edge is set. The land was named after the giant trees that towered over it. Now, there are many spired petrified remains that surround the outpost, and there's only one Black Spire, which is in the center of the outpost. So make sure you look for that when you visit Galaxy's Edge.
Who are the First Order and who are the Resistance? The First Order amassed its power in secret up until the events of The Force Awakens. Think of them as the Empire on steroids. Their mission is to destroy the New Republic and claim control over the galaxy. The First Order was once run by Supreme Leader Snoke until he was killed by his apprentice Kylo Ren, who now controls the Order.
On the opposing side, we have the Resistance, which is a military group that serves the New Republic. Once called the Rebellion in the original trilogy, the Resistance fights to keep the First Order from taking over the galaxy. Now, the First Order actually destroyed much of the New Republic in The Force Awakens. Then, in The Last Jedi, the First Order wiped away the Resistance, save for a few lone survivors, including General Leia, Rey, Finn, and Poe Dameron, who are now vowing to rebuild into a new rebellion and take back the galaxy.
Now, this is where you come in. The First Order has just set up a base at Black Spire Outpost looking for the remaining Resistance fighters as well as any sympathizers. Citizens come to Batuu to avoid attracting attention to themselves, but the Order makes it their business to get into your business. During your visit, denizens of the outpost may come up to you to let you know of a secret meeting of the Resistance. By following their instructions, You could find the meeting is also attended by a favorite Star Wars character.
Ooh. Do I need to be bilingual in Star Wars speak to read signs? The signage at Blackspire Outpost is written primarily in the Star Wars script known as Arabesh. Thanks to the Play Disney Parks app, you can type in a word and it will translate it. But don't worry, not every sign is in complete Arabesh, since that would take way too much time when trying to read the menu at Oga's Cantina.
Why does everyone want blue milk? Ever since Luke Skywalker drank a blue milky beverage back in Star Wars, we've all wanted one too. And now we get to have one. Luke Skywalker was back at it again in The Last Jedi when he slobbered down a green beverage. Both drinks at Galaxy's Edge are a plant-based blend of coconuts and rice milks. If you're curious, the blue milk has a blueberry watermelon taste, while the green milk has a citrus touch, and both drinks are sold at the milk stand.
Now, who is Hondo Ohnaka? Hondo Ohnaka is a fan-favorite character from the two animated series, Star Wars The Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels. He's basically a pirate and a scoundrel with a winning personality. In the queue for the attraction Smuggler's Run, we see Chewbacca telling Hondo that he will lend him the iconic Millennium Falcon in return for supplies to help the Resistance. Now Hondo needs a flight crew for some smuggling runs. And that crew is you and 5 more to pilot the fastest hunk of junk in the galaxy.
Learning the lingo. While on Batuu, you may hear these phrases and alternate descriptions. Bright suns means good morning.
Ignite the spark is a greeting for those in the Resistance.
A callback to that is light the fire.
Rising moons means good evening.
Refresher. Oh, that's the bathroom.
Hydrator is a water fountain.
If you ask a Batuu resident a question and they don't know the answer, then they will say, only the ancients know.
Till the spire is a farewell.
Good journey is an informal goodbye.
May the spires keep you is a formal goodbye. Now you are ready to visit Star Wars Galaxy's Edge like a pro. Let us know how you do in the comment section below. If you want to see more videos and fun-filled breakdowns, then hit the subscribe button.
For more information and coverage of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, visit us at skywalkingthroughneverland.com to hear our podcast, Skywalking Through Neverland, and search our YouTube channel for videos on merchandise, lightsaber building, droid building, and so much more. Till the spire!